Well, it's a cold night in Seattle, but at the very least, the roof will be shut to shield us from some of that. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Oakland A's and the Seattle Mariners. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Felix Hernandez gets the ball for Seattle in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, here he is, King Felix, also known as the King. Big arm, 5-pitch mix, mid to upper 90s fastball, slider, curve, changeup, and split. Some people think he throws too many pitches. Well, I know one thing. This guy's been a good pitcher for a long time, and he is one of the few aces in the game of baseball.
Stepping in, Jonathan Villar. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. Here's Hernandez now on 0-2. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. The 1-2. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Gonna be a tough play. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I think he'll see what his replay guys think first. Looking at it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he was out or not. Tough call.
So here's the signal from the dugout, and it appears they will decide not to challenge the call on the field, so the runner is out at first. Trace Thompson digs in. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. The windup and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low apparently. And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Hey, you know, D-Row, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
2-2 the count. The 2-2. Popped him up. Healy is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I really believe this offense really needs their cleanup hitter to find his form. If you remember, he drove in over 100 runs last season, so everyone pretty much expected him to be a huge contributor again this year. That hasn't been the case so far, but it's still early. I'm hoping he starts the turnaround in this one.
Chopped weakly to the left. Segura scoops it up in a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So a sharp opening inning for King Felix. A's nothing. M's coming to bat. We're just getting started on MLB Network. Daniel Mengden gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Boy, this guy was really good in his last one. Earned the win in his last start pitching into the 8th inning. We'll see if he can give them another strong start in this one.
Digging in, D. Gordon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Mariners, center fielder, D. Gordon.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Looking at a tough pitch called to strike. And Dan Vero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. There's a fight at the bat rack.
One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Weak chopper up the line. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out. And now a quick look at the Mariners starting lineup in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Cusack?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be watching for the speedster, D. Gordon. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
Now here's the pitch. And that jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Takes this the other way to right, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
Third, right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a ball 1-0. Cruz, or the boomstick as he's appropriately nicknamed. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting to see where this guy lands at the end of this season. A lot of variables come into place. He's had a long career. It's going to be interesting to see if a team steps out past 1 or 2 years for this player.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0. Here he comes on 2-0. Breaking ball in for a strike.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
The 2-1 home. Hit down the line at first, but the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Cruz will take the turn and hit for second now. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing in a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, lacing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Here now it's Mike Zunino as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
These are the moments you can't relax. You never know when you're going to be able to score a few runs off a great pitcher. Here's the spot right here early. Have to find a way. You're happy with one, but if someone can catch a gap, this game could get out of hand pretty quick.
The 1-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And the catch made here by Lowry, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're off to the second, scoreless on MLB Network. Here's Chris Davis now. The head-to-head history with King Felix. He's just 1 for 13. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a first pitch changeup that swung on and chopped foul right at home plate. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. The 1-1 home. Bat splinters as this is on the ground to first base. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Okay, here's how the Mariners are going to line up defensively. And let's focus on Gene Segura. Very athletic shortstop, has one of the best arms in the position, is really coming into his own offensively as well.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Swing, high drive, deep down the left field line. This ball is slicing and gone right down the line the other way. Wow! A solo shot that time for Matt Olson. Home run number 5 on the year, and the A's are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
Batting sixth, catcher, Austin Barnes.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The 1-0 home. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Gordon will range to his left and put it away. 2 down.
Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 23, Matt Joyce.
Here's Matt Joyce now. The head-to-head history with King Felix. He's got 5 base hits in 34 tries. He's taken him deep once. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. Now the 1-0. Very weakly on the ground, but it's foul, strike 1. Here's the 1-1 now to Joyce. 2-1.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Took a good cut that time, but comes up empty. 2-2.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Segura is up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the A's hit the board first on this solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 in favor of the A's. Digging in now for the Mariners, Robinson Cano. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Robinson Cano.
And this one runs up high, ball 1. Here's a strike. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Now he'll step off. And he missed again, high and away this time. 3-1.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Left fielder.
Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
And he's safe. And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And when you talk about third base, you talk about a step and a dive. But you better have something to go with it when you get to your knees. And that's what this guy has, an absolute howitzer.
Now a hard liner. Foul. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Popped him up. Chapman has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting 8th, designated hitter, Ben Gamel.
Next for Seattle, Ben Gamel. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
A ball and a strike now. Cano at second with 2 down. The 1-2. Bouncer up the middle. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Next up for the A's, Matt Chapman. He comes into this one having sputtered out of the gate this season. The average is under the 200 mark at this point. There's a drive out toward the alley in right center. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself in the scoring position to start off the inning.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. And he puts it on the ground to second. There's Cano. And there's 1 down now.
Now batting, shortstop, Jonathan Villar.
Striding in once again, Jonathan Villar. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded back up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, D-Roy. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, it took it right back at where it came from. All you're trying to do is avoid the corners. Hit something hard up the middle, whether it be on the ground or in the air. You're going to drive the run in.
Don't want to forget about it. Into the box now, Trace Thompson. Pitch misses low. The throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
1 out and a runner on second base. Here it comes on 1-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
The 1-2 pitch from Felix. Hard sinker misses 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And this one's in the dirt. Runner at second here with one man out. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And that's the second out.
The batter, number 8, second baseman.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jed Lowry. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Lowry, a native Oregonian. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
Gordon has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. A's have to settle for just the one. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Oakland is on top in this one, 2-0. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1-0 the count. Oh, up around the chin there. 2-0. Now the 2-0. Hard on the ground toward short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close.
Center fielder, number 9, G. Gordon.
Here's D. Gordon now. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Ball 1. Bases are empty, one man out. Fly ball right down the line in left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Gene Segura.
Gene Segura standing in. Here comes the first pitch. And that misses for ball 1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
Ball 2 now. Segura takes the swings from the right-handed batter's box, but he's one of those rare hitters that actually thrives facing same-handed pitching. One of the very best in the game, as a matter of fact, in that type of matchup.
Yeah, Matty, he does not leap with that front side. He keeps that shoulder tucked, stays inside the baseball, and it gives him every opportunity to hammer the fastball and stay on that breaking stuff.
Swing, and he's able to flare this one out to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball on that one because it's coming in hot, and he still manages to get out front of that and yank it for 2 bases.
First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a breaking ball. Now the 1-0. Sweeps across and catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. The 1-1 home. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Howells on his horse. But he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. Throw won't get him.
That is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this early in the season, it can be contagious, and everyone in the lineup starts to contribute.
Standing in now, Mike Zunino. He swings and lines it to left. And he will run this one down as he pulls it in around the letters, and the inning is over. Mariners pick up a run on the RBI double. We're through 3 here in the Great Pacific Northwest, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Digging in to try it again, Chris Davis. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves. If they don't start putting balls in gaps, this guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
Here's Hernandez now on 0-2. This is hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is Haniger. Gone! A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and it's given the A's a 3-1 lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson.
Very rarely, Matt, do you see a first pitch changeup hit out of the ballpark. That tells me right now that this guy was up there looking for the changeup in that last at bat. We'll see if they pitch him any differently here.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Austin Barnes comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Left fielder, Matt Joyce.
Striding in for Oakland, Matt Joyce. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Now the 1-0. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Joyce, a native Floridian. He was a 12th round selection back in 2005.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Now the 2-1. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
And right into the shift. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. The A's strike for 1 on the solo homer. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 3-1 Oakland. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Robbie Cano settling in to start out the inning. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Curveball close, but it's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Heading after it is Thompson. He gets to it and oh, he botched it. He'll get it into second and he'll get in there safely. So problems out there in right field as this is going to wind up going as an E9. In there, no balls and a strike. Cano leads off second with nobody out. Little chopper back to the mound. And that's the first out. Stepping into the box, Kyle Seager. He popped out in his first trip. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Ready with the 0-2. Popped him up. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Ready for another chance. Ben Gamble, runner in scoring position with Sugan. Out in front of it, strike 1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And the run is in to score from second.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around and score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Roll. There's not much you can do. Listen, they're physical.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So 1 run here on 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on. We played 4 full. The A's lead this one 3-2. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He'll start off the 5th in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit to first. Healy picks it up, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
So that'll bring in the outfielder Boog Powell. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Here's the pitch. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw to first to be in time, and Hernandez looking good here with 2 away. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Jonathan Villar singled home a run in his last time up. Low for ball 1.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with 2 outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with 2 outs.
He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So back to the top of the Seattle lineup, digging in, D. Gordon. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a bunt attempt here. Chapman takes it in. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning. Gene Segura standing in. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. No balls and a strike to count. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Powell's under it, and that's the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 23.
Here's Nelson Cruz now, hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance. It's going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Here comes the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Powell has it in his tracks. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
The catcher, number 3.
So striding in, Mike Zunino, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 2 outs here with a runner at third. A ball and a strike to Mike Zunino.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended.
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play, and that retires the side. 1 hit, 1 left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The A's lead it 3-2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Trace Thompson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just a tick behind for a strike.
You know, you love a guy who attacks the zone, but sometimes I think you could throw too many strikes. That could be the case right here. This offense is going to the plate, just pulling the trigger on everything.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting. Second.
And with 1 gone now, that'll bring in Jed Lowry. First offering on its way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. 3-2s are scored here in inning number 6. And a high strike there. It's 1-1.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Ball hit out towards Cano at second. Scooped up. And there's out number 2. Here's Chris Davis now. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Here's the first pitch to him. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the A's, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. He'll get things going here in the Mariners' 6th.
Robinson Cano.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Cano waiting on the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
This one smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. The next 0-2. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. On its tailor-made to short. 6-3, and they turn the double play.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Now the 2-1. Hard hit towards center. But this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. None left for Seattle. They're down 3-2. Welcome back to Safeco Field here in Seattle. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th, but before it gets on.
Leading off for the Athletics, first baseman, Matt Olson.
First pitch on its way. Line drive to center field. Gordon is right there, one down.
Now batting.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just missed with a breaking ball. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Hit back up the middle. Segura has it. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 20.
Ready once again, Matt Joyce. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. A bouncer up the middle. There's Segura. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Ben Gamble, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Windup and the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing at a bat at that pitch.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a 1-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Here's a two-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
2 balls and a strike to the Mariners' first baseman.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Now batting, center fielder, G. Gordon.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, D. Gordon. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Joyce coming on. He can't get there as it falls in. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. So stepping in, Gene Segura, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. And that one stayed too low apparently. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 2-0 count. Here it comes. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. The 2-1. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
And, might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. The throw home. He's safe at the plate. It's a big 2-out hit, and that ties the ball game. Here's Nelson Cruz now. First pitch of the at-bat.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. Ready on 0-2. On the ground toward the hole, and it's through. A base hit. He'll come home with it. He's in there at the plate. And they've taken the lead here in the 7th. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. Here now is Mike Zunino. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Powell ranging back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he's in safely to third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. So a runner at third, 2 men are out, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano.
Now pitching for the Athletic.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider. 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a strike. The 1-1. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Well, that curveball was really a hanger, and that's not a good sign. He's got to get back on track. He needs that release point to get out front and get the ball down in the zone.
He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Chapman has got it, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the M's 5. Edwin Diaz has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 39.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
No balls and 1 strike. Grounded down the third baseline. Oh, look at Seager. Got him.
Up next for Oakland, center fielder.
Digging in once again, Boog Powell. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch of the at bat on its way. Hit hard towards center, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Ambush tactics right there, but he didn't try and do too much. He stayed in there and just drove it back up the middle.
In now, Jonathan Villar. Nope. A ball and no strikes. He's got a hit in 3 at bats to this point. Two and 0 now. Powell stands at first with 1 out. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him. Riding in once again, Tracy. Thompson, he is hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In the dirt here. And the runners will stay put here on ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? Cano for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 1 left for Oakland. They're still down 5-3. Digging in now for the Mariners, Mitch Haniger. He was a double play victim last time around. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A cold strike on the inside corner. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well, as he's behind 0-2 now.
I'll tell you, he just doesn't look comfortable in the box to me tonight. He's been off balance with his swings, and that one completely tied him up.
And the sinking fastball, called strike 3, and that's out number 1. Next for Seattle, Kyle Seager. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Now the 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
3-0 to him now. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Here's the pitch. He loses him on ball 4. In now the Mariners DH, Ben Gamel. He was sat down on strikes in his last at bat. In there, 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he takes a called strike 2. The 1-2. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Digging in to try it again, Ryan Healy. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Foul tip held on to behind the plate, and he comes through with a big strikeout here to retire the side. Mariners leave 1, and it remains 5-3. Ready to start the 9th as we get a stunning shot there of the Seattle skyline on a great night for baseball. David Phelps comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Ready for another shot now, Jed Lowry. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Nope. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Here's the 1-1. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Chris Davis. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Line drive to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Wow, he almost made a heck of a play in left.
Yeah, Batty, you can't fold the left fielder there. You'll see he makes a tremendous effort, but he just can't haul it in, and it gets past him for an extra base hit. Like the effort, though.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
And this one gets away. Throw goes over to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. That'll bring in Austin Barnes. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Liner toward right center. And that is through for a base hit. And the move to the bench will pay off handsomely. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Here's Matt Joyce now. His past batting line against David Phelps, just a 3 for 13 batting line. He also has 1 home run. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. The crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. And this one gives them the lead. It's 6-5.
That's what I love about baseball. The pitch before, he looked absolutely foolish, but he gathered himself, stayed with the plan, and the next pitch he goes yard. Every pitch is another chance.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Stepping in now, Matt Chapman.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty D, I don't know what your thoughts are.
Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him. And they take a 7-5 lead. Well, they've got the elevate and celebrate thing working in this one, guys. That was their 4th big fly of the game.
Yeah, Dan, this doesn't make sense. It's absolutely freezing outside. The last place you want to be is in a batter's box, and this offensive team is driving balls out of the yard.
This is what's crazy about the game of baseball, D-Row. You would think under these conditions it would be all in favor of the pitchers. That has been anything but the case so far in this one.
James Pazos takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. 1-0 count. Here it is. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. 4 runs here in this half inning. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Hey, he caught him off guard right there. I like that pitch. High fastball executed. I know he's known for this sinker ball, but if he can get some eye levels up and down.
Oh, could it be 3 in a row? But that'll be off the wall in right center. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he'll make it to third base. Almost a home run there, but he's got himself a triple instead.
Well, when this thing left its bat, I thought it had the distance to get out of here, but it goes over the fielder's head and skips away in the bottom of the wall, allowing him to cruise into third.
Into the box now, Jonathan Villar, as he rips it on the ground to second. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So, boy, the wheels really came off the bus here in the top of the ninth as a huge ninth-inning rally has totally... Tommy Joseph will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Here's D. Gordon now. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
The windup and the 0-1. A softly hit ball here, foul off to the left side, and it's strike 2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Howell's in pursuit, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
That's exactly what they needed. Down by 2 runs, the leadoff man puts himself in scoring position with the tying run coming to plate. The temptation for the next batter is to swing for the fences and tie it up with one swing, but a base hit brings home a run and keeps momentum on your side. We'll see how he goes about it.
Blake Trinan comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth. Down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. 0-1, here's the pitch. Ball and a strike. Bounce it to the left side, and that's through into left, a base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. Well, when you've got a guy with speed like that, he's going from second to home on a base hit just about every time. The top speed here on show track is about as fast as you'll ever see, and he ended up making that play not even close. First pitch of the at-bat. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Career against Blake Trinan. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Counts even at 1-1 to Nelson Cruz. Just a touch inside, perhaps. It's 2-1.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
The catcher, number 3.
Digging in and looking for more, Mike Zunino. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 home. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Daniel Kalu takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. Cano waits on the first pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. 1-0 pitch on the way. In the dirt. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Here he comes on 2-0. And he just misses with a curveball. Trio fastballs in for a strike. Set. Here's the 3-1. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. Liam Hendricks takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense. Unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle, he's on point.
A ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Haniger. Last chance for the Mariners. Here's a line drive. That'll tie the ball game and maybe more. Cano heads for the plate. And the winning run is across to score. Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see, he finishes with a 3-hit game, including a double. He can feel good about that, and we can feel good about giving him the Player of the Game award.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Seattle Mariners, 8 runs on...
Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting in the AL West, the Seattle Mariners grabbed 13 hits in the game as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 8-7. The Royals put together 10 total hits as they defeated the visiting Angels 2-1. The Astros hit 3 long balls as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 5-2. The Rays defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 2-1. The Baltimore Orioles broke up their 7-game losing skid as they took down the Red Sox on the road 3-1. Trevor Bauer earned the 3rd W of his season, helping the Indians push past the Blue Jays 2-1. The Tigers defeated the visiting Yankees 3-2. The Minnesota Twins got 11 hits overall as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 3-2. The Pirates smacked 15 team hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 9-3. The Colorado Rockies took down the Nationals in Washington 5-2. The Mets knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the Brewers at home 5-0. Yu Darvish allowed nothing in his complete game shutout win, leading the Cubs to a win over the Braves 4-0. The Cards totaled 13 hits as a team as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 4-3. Cody Bellinger was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits, leading the Dodgers over the Diamondbacks 11-7. The San Diego Padres combined for 4 total home runs as they dismantled the Giants 15-3. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.